learn and enjoy. Education. Everyone in Britain has to attend full-time school from the time they're 5 years old through to the day when they're 16 years old. When you're 16, you can leave school and begin work. You can also stay on at school to prepare for university, or you can go to a college and do a specialist training course. Some schools in Britain were established more than 500 years ago. King's School, Canterbury is a very old school with a very good reputation. The students wear uniforms when they go to lessons. Although it looks like a very strict school with lots of rules and traditions, in fact, there's lots going on. The students are very proud of their school.
The teachers are really good, and you have your own tutor groups where you get together every week and talk about your work, and it's kind of like a very personal relationship between your teachers because they're very small classes, so you don't have to worry because there's always someone there.
One there, one there.
If you've got a problem with your work generally, you can always ask the teacher. They're always willing to help you.
Staff-pupil relationships are very close indeed. There's a tutor system by which you have someone you can always go and talk to, and they're always willing to listen.
Lessons at King's School begin early in the morning and finish around midday. In the afternoon, you can play many different sports. In the summer, you can play tennis or cricket on the school's playing fields, or you can learn to row in one of the school's boats, even if you do make mistakes. In the winter, you can play rugby or use the school's indoor sports centre. There's also a lot of music and drama lessons at the school, so you can practice and play in an orchestra or rehearse and act in a play. And there are many good teachers to help you with your studies. At King's School in Canterbury, in the last week of the summer term, there's a special arts festival called King's Week. There are no lessons, and all the students put on musical concerts, plays and performances. In the evenings, there are outdoor events, including a hot air balloon exhibition, open-air theatre performances and music concerts. During the day, students ride funny bicycles around the school and play music out of doors. King's Week ends with a big picnic on the school lawns for parents, pupils and their friends. Music, strawberries and cream and summer sunshine. What a perfect way to end the school year. Entertainment. If you live in Britain, there are some popular ways of spending your leisure time. The first is to buy a ticket and go to see some good entertainment. So what do people like to do best? Well, nothing beats a day at a theme park. Pay your money at the entrance gate and you get a whole day of free rides, entertainment and things to do. In the summer, you can take yourself to the seaside. Either spend the day on the beach, swimming, sunbathing and enjoying yourself, or buy a ticket for one of the sea life centres. Learn all about the fish and other creatures that live in Britain's seas. In the winter, football is the big attraction. Games are played every Saturday afternoon, and hundreds of thousands of people go to watch their favourite football club in action. So how do you choose what to do? Like this.
So, do you fancy going out this weekend?
What you got in mind?
Well, I'm not in the mood for a busy time. I've had too much going on at work this week. Why don't we go to Blue Water?
What, the shopping centre?
Yeah, it's all under one roof. There are loads of cafes, loads of shops and a big screen cinema.
So, we could stay all day and then watch a film in the evening?
Absolutely, that was what I was thinking.
Good idea, let's do it.
If I pick you up at about 11 tomorrow, we can leave early and get there for an early lunch.
That's fine. Must get back to work now. See you later.
See you later.
Looks like it should be a good Saturday's entertainment for those two, but some people organise their own entertainment. Believe it or not, this is a junk band. All the musicians in this band are playing instruments made from recycled materials. Everything from shopping trolleys to plastic drain pipes, and there's even a car wheel and a couple of old oil drums in there. So, who are they, and what are they up to?
The way we run Junk Band is very, very simple. We have an ethos: if you can say it, you can play it, which helps get into rhythms and things like that. It's also more fun, it's less technical, and it's so much more accessible because it's cheap, because you can just use anything. If you find something and you hit it and it makes a good noise, then you've got a musical instrument.
And this is Steve. He's been rehearsing to be in an entertainment at his local theatre. The show's underway and all the hard work at rehearsals has been worthwhile. So why does he do it?
I used to be shy, withdrawn, didn't want to show myself off at all, and now sort of bitten by the bug, I found that I could get up on stage and talk to people a lot more. So it even goes to the extent that you go meeting people at parties, you have the self-confidence to get up and do it. My dad's a postman, my mum's a housewife at home, and they're just no interest in, they're shy, they don't like meeting people or getting up on stage and showing themselves off sort of thing, but we love it.
Those are some different ways of making your own entertainment. But if you're in the mood to stay at home, you can always rent a video to watch on your own television. Here's how to do it.
What about this one?
Is that the one with Julia Roberts in it?
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, I've already seen it at the cinema. But I wouldn't mind seeing it again. What else is there?
There's this one.
What's that about?
Well, there's this guy, right? And he's a truck driver. And one day he's driving his truck and the weirdest things happen to him.
Oh, I know. There's the one where he meets up with the aliens. It's got Anthony Hopkins in it.
Yeah, him and Meg Ryan.
Sounds good.
If we get them both, we can get them for £5.
Okay. We'll get both of them out for 2 days, and then we'll watch the one this evening and one tomorrow evening.
Yeah, and I can take them back on my way to work on Friday morning.
Fine. Let's go pay.
Summer or winter, outdoors or indoors, whichever entertainment you choose, have a relaxing and enjoyable time. Transport. The UK covers a very small area of land compared to big European countries like France, Spain or Germany. So, right from the earliest days of its history, people have been on the move, making tracks across the British landscape. You can get a pretty good idea of how people in Britain travel these days by looking at what's whizzing up and down our roads and railways. But how can you find out where people used to go in the past? With one of these. It's a map. This one shows England's Roman roads. This looks like a modern road for cars, but actually it was a Roman road, and Roman soldiers marched up and down it from city to city. In a way, old maps are history books, and it's amazing what you can find out from looking at them. Tracks have turned into roads, bridges have been built across rivers, even waterways have been widened to make it easier for boats to move around. Nowadays, we usually travel from place to place by car, but 100 years ago, hardly anyone owned a car. So, for a long journey, most people took the steam train. Trains these days are usually driven by electricity, but whether you ride on a steam train or an electric train, you still need a ticket. Here's how to buy your ticket to ride.
I'd like a ticket to travel to Manchester, please.
Single or return?
Return. I'm travelling today and returning in a week's time.
And would you like to travel standard class or first class?
Standard class.
Okay, that'll be £37.50 then, please.
Hey, could you tell me what time the next train to Manchester leaves?
10:25, platform 6, you change at Birmingham.
And what time does it get to Manchester?
11:50.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Another way to get from place to place is by taxi. Taxis are reliable, fast and comfortable, but they're usually quite expensive. So most people use them from time to time, rather than every day. Here's how to order a taxi by phone.
Blue Wing Taxis, can I help you?
Yes, please. I'd like to order a taxi to take me to the station, please.
Certainly, is that the North End station or the West End station?
The North End station, please.
Right, and what is your address?
18 Fourth Strike Lane.
That's just off Melford Road, isn't it?
That's it. You turn right at the library building.
And what time do you have to be there?
In about an hour, at midday.
And your name?
Trellett. Barney Trellett.
Our driver will be there at 11:45.
And how much will it cost?
That will cost you about £6 to take you to Fosdock Lane to the North End station.
Thanks very much.
Thanks very much for calling Blue Wing Taxis.
One of the good things about Britain is that there are plenty of roads and railways to get about. And if you can't make your journey by car, bus or train, you could travel by water. All over Britain, the old waterways, called canals, are being restored to provide another means of transport and a location for holidays. So when you visit Britain, don't just use road and rail. See if you can arrange a journey on a canal boat for a special view of town and countryside. End of Module 4.
Well, that's the end of this programme in the Enterprise series. I really hope you enjoyed our insight into life in the UK. I'm Jake Martin. See you soon. Bye.